About an hour-long ferry ride from downtown Seattle and across the Puget Sound sits the city of Bremerton. And this is Bremerton High School, as you can see, known as an Achievement Award winner among Washington State public schools. It is also known as being home to a legal battle involving a high school football coach and prayer that's gone all the way to the Supreme Court.
We had one successful year the whole time I was here, and we won the championship.
Joe Kennedy loves the team he coached on this field for years, still proudly sporting the school colors.
Everything, even down to my t-shirt, is Bremerton Knights.
In 2015, that pride turned to disappointment when the school district suspended him for a different public display, prayer.
At the beginning, it was kind of awkward to me because I was just giving thanks, and I had a couple of kids, and they came up and said, "Hey, Coach, what are you doing out there?" And I was like, "Just giving thanks for what you guys did."
These silent post-game prayers on the 50-yard line caught on, spilling over to his players and even opposing teams. School officials worried, though, this might give the impression that the district approved of the coach's public prayers, creating a potential endorsement of religion. They eventually fired Coach Kennedy. He calls that decision a violation of his free speech.
No one should ever have to choose between living their faith and their job.
His attorneys at First Liberty Institute argue this case is about the First Amendment and religious liberty.
Coaches, teachers, students do not shed their constitutional rights just by walking onto a football field at a public school.
Coach Kennedy's stance has sparked passion, with big-name supporters weighing in and critics who say he's just plain wrong.
I talked about the challenges of being a Christian in a place like Seattle.
Dory Monson is a popular right-leaning Seattle radio host who's addressed the case on his show.
To be a successful coach, you have to bring a diverse group of kids together. I think once a coach starts imposing his faith in a public school, then I think you have challenged bringing those kids together.
For him, this hits close to home. As a Christian and former coach, he quietly prayed for his players during games. He cites concerns about the country's religious diversity in disagreeing with Coach Kennedy's approach.
If my kids were playing on a sports team and that coach happened to be Muslim, I wouldn't want that coach praying with my kids. And so I felt like as a Christian, it was not my responsibility to pray with the girls that I was coaching at the public high school.
Kennedy emphasizes his prayers were never mandatory.
I had some parents that I don't want my kid involved in that, and I respected that. That is their right as a parent. And it was never a forced thing. It wasn't even an ask thing.
Early this year, the Supreme Court declined to consider the case. Four justices, however, expressed potential interest if the case explored whether the school's demand for Coach Kennedy to stop praying violated his right to practice his religious beliefs based on the First Amendment's free exercise clause.
We consider that in a little opinion our roadmap to victory in Coach's case, and so we're going to follow that now.
For now, the case is back in district court, and Coach Kennedy's returned to the football stadium to support the team, but from a different point of view.
So now when you do the football games, are you up here?
Yep.
In the bleachers?
Matter of fact, I sat right there Friday night. I'm still thankful for being able to come here, and then we still got a team, and I still see these young guys out here and seeing them out there praying still out on the 50, so that's kind of cool.
That legacy lives on?
Yeah.
While he misses the kids, he says he's no longer bitter about losing his job.
I was blessed for 8 years with these guys, and it was just awesome. And I look at my blessings instead of what I lost.
Still, as a Desert Storm Marine veteran, Kennedy says the fight is bigger than him.
Praying I could do anywhere. The Christian side of me was like, yeah, well, you don't take away my faith. Prayer makes no difference where you do it. But the Marine in me, I was like, yeah, I will fight for the Constitution and everybody's rights. It means something to me. I got blood in that game.
The Bremerton School District declined our request for an interview citing the ongoing case. The attorney representing the school district also declined our interview. John Jessup, CBN News, reporting in Bremerton, Washington.